Look, it's no secret that 10K a month with your online business just won't cut it anymore. And actually, 10K a month with a high ticket offer is only proof that you're heading in the right direction. But I know you didn't get into this industry or start a business just for proof. So, if you're currently making less than 10K a month as an online coach, creator, or expert in your field, I'm about to break down the exact system that's going to help you scale your online business past 10K a month on autopilot, along with the secret ingredient needed to establish yourself as a leader in your space. And it's time you realize that all these gurus that you've been blindly following on the internet are actually so out of touch with where your business is at right now that their advice is likely the very thing that's keeping you broke. Because what worked for them just doesn't work the way that it used to. Between having to spend thousands on ads, posting 50 times a day, and just straight up working until your eyes bleed. I found that in today's game, all those things are just BS, posturing, ego fluffing. And on top of that, what they're doing right now is actually nothing close to what you need or are ready for. But what I'm about to show you is a system that coaches and creators are currently using to grow rapidly and that you can apply to your business today. But how do I know all this? Because I've been on both sides of the coin. Over the past 2 years, I've helped hundreds of online coaches, creators, and speakers scale their high-ticket online business to 10, 20, even 40K a month. But before that, I was exactly where you are right now, burning through cash, chasing tactics, and just coming up short every single time. So I've seen what works, but more importantly, I've seen what holds people back. And trust me, your favorite online business, savior, guru, whatever, is not spamming ads or cold DMing their way to success. What they're actually doing is automating the process to work around the clock for them with a system and strategy that I'm actually currently using to grow my business, which brought you directly to this video. So, if you're new here, you're probably wondering, who am I and why should I listen to this dude on the internet? What's up? My name is Brennan. I'm the founder of Bout It Co. And before I ever touched online business, I had a few different careers. I was a professional dancer, bartender, videographer, even a festival producer. So I've dabbled quite a bit in the creative world where you are your own business. And it's been fun, but after I stopped dancing, I didn't have a lot of clarity in my life, which took me on a journey that pushed me through those careers and to where we are today, where I stand in front of you as a personal brand strategist and entrepreneur who's had multiple businesses, offers, and content strategies just straight up fail, but who's also helped hundreds of experts and creators create real impact and successful online businesses during my time as a coach in various high-level online programs where I was actually able to dial in this growth strategy I'm about to show you. And in this growth strategy, we use a secret ingredient that your favorite creators have been trying to keep under wraps for a long time due to its ability to make scaling literally any business feel effortless, all without spamming cold DMs, taking endless sales calls, or having to hire a massive team from some random corner of the internet. Just by using clarity and structure that breed results. But what is this secret ingredient? Ironically, it's something that's been hiding in plain sight this whole time. And if you haven't guessed it by now, it's your personal brand, and creating one so clear and magnetic that people can't ignore it no matter how hard they try. Because your personal brand captures your essence, so your audience feels like they know you even though they've only seen some of your content. Also, it's going to create a lot of clarity in exactly what you do and who you help. Plus, the more this brand grows, the more wild it's going to spread and the easier your business is going to get. So now's about the time where you go grab a pen and paper to take notes because we're going to get into some game-changing real deal homie feel. But before we dive in, I need you to hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss a single update or personal brand strategy that I drop. And in my next video, I'm going to break down the Impact Creator Formula, which is the exact framework my top students have been using to build so much trust in their personal brand that they don't need pitch decks or any kind of pushy sales tactics. People just buy from them simply because they believe in the person behind the offer, just like your favorite creators that are dominating your feed. And that's a major key. So make sure to watch this video to the end where I'm going to link it for you because the creator economy is exploding and right now is the best time to double down. So much so that even Goldman Sachs says the creator economy is projected to reach $500 billion in value by 2027. And other analysts are saying $1.5 trillion by 2034. Now, to put that into perspective, right now, the creator economy is valued at a cool $250 billion. So if you're thinking that the market is already saturated, we're just getting started. But the real question is, Are you going to be one of those people who rides this next wave or let the opportunity pass you by? Because I'll tell you right now, the people that build their brands today are going to dominate the next decade. Everyone else is just going to be scrambling to catch up. So, how do we start building this super secret personal brand growth strategy? First, we need to ditch that funnel mindset and become hyper focused on personal brand growth, because funnels were great when there was no competition. Ads were super cheap, and basically any ad to landing page combo would pretty much print money. But now, ads are easily 5 to 10 times more expensive. Small creators can't keep up with these $100 million ad budgets, and there's so many fake coaches out there that are running the same old ads and, quite frankly, not getting results that people just need a little bit more than a trust me bro. So while everyone else is focused on playing the same old funnel games, it's time to start focusing on creating content that builds your brand on autopilot, captures hearts, and pre-sells your audience. And to do that, I've actually reverse engineered what the top players are really doing to create what I call the automated impact system. And it's designed specifically for small to mid-sized coaches and creators who are making less than 10K a month, already have proven skills and results in what they do, and want to scale without adding more chaos to their lives. This very system helped my student Keith go from 0 to 10K a month. It helped Oliver launch his speaking career and gain over 400,000 followers in less than a year, and also helped Brianna scale her design business literally from 0 to 40K a month as a mom of 4. And as a wise man once told me, you don't rise to your expectations, you fall to the level of your systems. And this system is designed to catch you where most fall through the cracks. So if that gets you excited, let's start to break down exactly how this whole thing works. Now, to fully understand this strategy, you got to understand very clearly this one thing: the customer journey in a creator business. This is going to help you understand why some people follow you for months and never buy, while others jump straight into your most expensive thing. So let's get into it. Now, the first stage is going to be your lead stage. And a lead is someone you've earned the ability to communicate with. This might be a follower, an email subscriber, or just somebody watching your content, liking, maybe even commenting on some of your stuff. If you've ever had someone binge a bunch of your content but never buy, that is a lead. And your job here is to build trust. Because when a lead trusts that you can actually help them get what they want, they'll become a customer. Now, a customer is someone who will buy your products but hesitates on your high ticket offer or guidance. For example, they might buy a book, join your community, or enroll in a low ticket course. And the goal here is to get them a big win fast so they can start to wonder, how big can they actually win if they paid for your full offer? And once they can see the future that you can help them unlock, then they'll become a client. Now, a client is someone who pays for your time and access to you. This is someone who wants a deep transformation and then trusts you to guide them through it. Now, your mission here is to deliver massive results, because once they have massive results, they'll become your latest case study. Now, a case study is proof that your system works. And every client that gets insane results that can't stop raving about you is a walking case study. And at that point, they're no longer a client. They're your legacy and your biggest marketing and brand building tool. So, our goal here is to help you get as many case studies as possible, because it's those case studies that are going to attract more customers with the least amount of effort, giving you and your business massive momentum. Now, most people don't realize this, but every single person in your audience is sitting at one of these 4 stages in their journey with you. But here's the problem. Most creators are so obsessed with getting leads and closing sales that they don't have a system to build trust and move people through all 4 of these stages, which means they've got holes in their business where people, money, and impact are being left on the table. And that's why most businesses fail, not because of skills, charisma, or anything like that. But this is exactly where the automated impact system comes in. Because instead of people getting stuck just watching your content, it'll automate the process of moving them through to the next stage without you having to manually do it yourself. So people can go from stranger to case study without you being glued to your phone 24/7. And in order to make that possible, we use 4 key catalysts that work together to move people through each stage of the customer journey. So to build this out, we actually move backwards in the process. So I'm going to start with the last catalyst, being the force multiplier protocol. Now, think of all your tools and signature strategies that multiply your ability to get results without multiplying your workload or your effort. So think of your automations, your community, resource videos, and workbooks. All those things that run on their own to deliver your strategies to your clients so they can succeed without your constant supervision. Those are all systems that turn clients into case studies and make up your core offer. And to take it to the next level, you can actually break off different parts of your core offer and use them as lead magnets and low ticket offers to create what I call an offer ecosystem, which creates just more pathways for people to build trust regardless of what stage of their journey that they're in. Now, the offer ecosystem is a huge component of the next catalyst called the Heavy Impact Protocol. And this is a high value content system that turns customers into clients. Now, in the system, you have core content pieces that break down your signature strategies and give high value insights. Videos kind of like this. Also, you'll want to post podcast interviews where people can get a good idea of who you are and what you're like, client testimonials so other people can talk about how cool you are, and even use live recordings of your Q&A sessions with your community so people can see exactly what your coaching style or leadership style is. In addition to that, you'll also be using mini courses and lead magnets from your offer ecosystem to help get those big wins before they buy into your offer. YouTube is going to be your best friend on this one because not only can you post these longer videos that dive into the details, give people a better feel for you, and also pre-sell them on your core offer, but because YouTube is a search engine and your content is going to be easier to find, making it have a longer shelf life. And to make sure the hottest leads who are hungry for the value that you have to share are actually going to be watching these videos, we're going to deploy the next catalyst, being the Impact Community Protocol. This is how you build trust that turns leads into customers. And we define community as wherever you can connect directly with your audience, no matter what happens. And the truth about online communities is that if you don't own your audience, you don't own your business. And what I mean by that is you don't actually own access to your social media followers, which makes you just one update away from potentially losing everything. Pop quiz. What part of our community do we own full access to? Email. Like I said, your community is wherever you can connect directly with your audience, no matter what happens. And email is the only method that's guaranteed to reach every inbox on your list. Plus, if you connect ManyChat with an email platform like Flowdesk or ConvertKit, it's a really simple way to build up that community and communicate regardless of what the new IT platform is at the time. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, well, I suck at writing emails, but I promise you, if you can write content for Instagram or Facebook, you can easily write simple emails that nurture your audience. They don't have to be fancy, and to be honest, the more candid and authentic they are, the more your audience will trust you and see that you don't look at them as just some easy cash grab. And the goal with this catalyst is to build a community that you own and an audience nurturing machine that works for you round the clock. Speaking of automating with ManyChat, those community members got to come from somewhere, which brings us to our first and final catalyst, the first impact protocol. Now, the first impact protocol is what turns strangers into leads. And this is basically your lead gen and ad strategy done right. And I know I said ads are overpriced, but for funnels, this protocol uses simple and cheap ads that get massive ROI because we're not just using simple follower ads. We're also turning winning content into ads. Now, this first protocol is so good that it actually got my student Curtis an 87 times return on his ad spend in just the first week of running this program. So you're definitely going to want to pay close attention because it does have a few more details. Now, in this first protocol, we're going to create follower ads that introduce you to your target audience 24/7. Then we're going to boost content that already performs well organically, because when content is proving itself organically, it'll continue to work even better when you pay to put it in front of more people. In addition to that, you're going to be setting up keyword automations with ManyChat to start real conversations, get people to join your community, and share your heavy impact content automatically, so you don't have to hound your DMs. But this is where things are going to start to get crazy. I have one more game-changing strategy I'm using that people like Andrew Tate and Luke Belmar have used to hack the algorithm and scale their brands organically stupid fast. Now, love them or hate them, it's a strategy that works really well and you can use for the greater good. But also, it's something that's still in the early stages of use and exclusively ran through a platform called WAP. No, not that kind of WAP. Basically, instead of running ads and posting content alone on your own profile, Your community members can start to clip and share your content on their profiles for you, giving your brand crazy organic reach with an audience that's parallel to yours. This allows up-and-coming creators to cast a massive net and gain a huge advantage that they've never had before. Now, I don't have enough time to break this down into further detail, but I will be doing that in another video soon. So keep an eye out. Or you can actually join my community at the link below this video to get direct access to me, my latest updates, and all the different strategies that we're testing and rolling out. Now, the goal of the first Impact Protocol is to get your perfect future clients to come to you with a clear path that pushes them through the customer journey. And that's it. That's the automated impact system. The system that combines timeless marketing with modern automation. It attracts the right clients that nurture themselves and builds trust before you ever have to make a pitch. This is something that gives you the freedom to focus on what matters most in your life and your business. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like this is some magic pill for everyone. You actually have to be good at what you do. You have to get real results for your clients, and you have to be willing to put in the work to dial in this system. If that's you, I have no doubt that you'll easily scale past 10K a month, build a legendary personal brand that transcends your niche, and create a massive impact without burning out. So, if you're serious about building that personal brand and becoming a world-class impact creator, take a second to subscribe, turn on notifications, and check out the links in the video description below where you can join my free community where I have exclusive content, masterminds, and early access to new strategies. Or if you want to skip the line and work with me directly, you can apply for a one-on-one mentorship or a spot inside my private program, the Impact Creator Blueprint. But one last thing before we wrap up. There's something that you should know about me. I'm not here to be liked. I'm not here for vanity metrics. I'm on a mission to build the next wave of world-class impact creators. And that means I won't always say what you want to hear, but I will say what you need to hear if it's going to help you win. And those of you who resonate with that, I'm super excited to grow with you and work with you in the future. But those of you who get triggered and want to throw shade, please, by all means, go ahead. Because I understand that when you stop trying to please everyone and are comfortable being 100% you, you actually start to push away the people that just don't fit the vibe and attract the ones that do. And I personally don't want lukewarm followers. I want a community of badasses who are about that life. So if that's you, I look forward to connecting with you and seeing you around and hopefully hearing from you soon. And in the meantime, go ahead, watch this next video where I break down the impact creator formula in full, because that's what's going to set this automated impact system and ultimately your business on absolute fire. All right, that's it. That's a wrap. Thanks for sticking with me to the end, and I'll catch you on the next one.